What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 67, and we start today's episode off by looking at our calendar. We've got a fixture here on Saturday at Goodison Park, then we take on Inter Milan in the Europa League quarterfinals at the Den on Thursday. Then on Sunday, we take on West Brom at the Den, and then on Thursday, the following Thursday, we take on Inter Milan away at the San Siro. Then we've got Newcastle at St James's Park on the Sunday, and then on the Wednesday, we take on Southampton. So a very, very congested fixture list with well, not too congested, but some very, very big fixtures in there, notably those two Europa League quarter-final ties against Inter Milan. But it is against Everton for the first game of today's episode, and as you can probably tell by the title, yes, I'm going to need your help, guys. We have a decision to make in this episode, so if you can stay all the way through to the end of the episode, please do so, because that will really, really help. I need as many of you to decide something for me as possible, so if you can stay all the way through to the end of the episode, that will be lovely. But I'll let you know what happens at the end as you'll see it. But anyway, we do take on Everton for the first game of today's episode at Goodison Park here. And of course, Everton, this game came on a Sunday, and of course, we had the game on the Thursday against Inter Milan in the quarterfinals of the Europa League. And to be honest, as I've said now, the Europa League is our main priority. We're at the FA Cup, we've won the Capital One Cup, and in the league, I don't think we can get higher than, let's say, 6th or 5th. So really, the league games aren't that important. So we did rest quite a few players for this game. Still had quite a strong side out, but a few players did get dropped. But there were very, very few chances in this game. The first one fell to us. Fabricio's header was saved by Akinfeev. The second one fell to Everton. The shot went wide. And then the third and final chance was Jelovic's header at the far post, which was saved by the former Everton goalkeeper Alex McCarthy, who of course we brought from Everton in the January transfer window. So the game did finish at a stalemate. It did finish 0-0. Very, very subpar, I'm afraid. No real action, but I don't mind that. It's a clean sheet, which is always nice, and a draw is good as well. So I don't mind that draw, but it would have been nice to get a bit more action. But yeah, the game did finish 0-0, and straight after that we saw that a youth player wants out. George Gardner, one of the first youth players we signed, if not the first youth player we signed to our academy, says he's going to terminate his contract. So we decided to offer him a pro contract because obviously last year, if you remember, we had a scout future star that turned down our contract a day after we offered him one. So with that in mind, I decided to do it quickly and offer him a contract. And he doesn't look that great, but at the end of the day, it's never nice to see youth players cancel their contracts when they could have quite a big future. But anyway, the following game, of course, was on the Thursday night against Inter Milan here at the Den. So a quarter-final tie in the Europa League here. And of course, we've already told the board that we're going to get to the semi-finals of the Europa League. So it is a very big tie against one of the big boys in the tournament. So it's going to be a difficult game for us, really. But we have knocked out Athletic Bilbao in the round of 32. We have knocked out Valencia in the round of 16. So we're no stranger to knocking out these European, good European sides. And there's no reason why we can't knock out Inter Milan as well. So it will be a difficult game for us, no doubt about it. Definitely the biggest and the most difficult of the tournament so far. I'd say they're probably the biggest side we've faced so far. But they do have a very good side, of course. Handanovic in goal as well. Anyone who watches my Ultimate Team series will know exactly why I hate playing against Handanovic. He's so good. But the first chance came to Inter Milan in the 11th minute here. Nagatomo plays the ball down the left hand side. Eventually the cross comes into Jonathan at the far post, and his head hit the side netting there. I thought it went in at first, but thankfully the ball did go just into the side netting, so still 0-0. But in the 17th minute here, Eden Nilsson wins the ball from Nagatomo down the right hand side. Eventually he plays a wonderful free ball to Kelvin. Superb free ball from one Brazilian to another. It's Kelvin who's got the legs to beat Dragovic. He Berber spins around him, gives the ball to our captain Liam Trotter, but what a superb save by that man Handanovic. Really, really good save. Clearly shows he's just as good on career mode as he is on Ultimate Team. A really good stop there, and from the corner Larson crosses the ball in, but it's headed away. Eventually the ball comes out to Lee Catamore here. He gives the ball to the corner taker Seb Larson. He crosses the ball in, but it is one of the worst incidents of the season for us, because Danny Ings, the in-form striker, the superb bargain buy at just £3 million, goes up for a header, and he stays down when he gets collided with the defender. So Danny Ings is injured. It turns out he's got a bruised shoulder, so my heart was racing at that moment, but thankfully he won't be out for very, very long. A couple weeks max, and that is max. So that's very, very lucky for us. He will, of course, probably miss the following game on the weekend, but he should be ready for the next game against Inter Milan next week. So that is very, very fortunate for us. But he would be out for this game. But in the 27th minute minute here. Kelvin plays the ball through to our captain Liam Trotter, who missed a great chance a few minutes ago, but he's not going to miss this one. Our captain finds the bottom corner. Really, really good strike by Trotter, past Handanovic into the bottom corner. That makes it Millwall 1, Inter Milan 0. So a big goal for us here at the Den. I felt we really need to get this win, because I don't fancy us winning at the San Siro, so we really did need to get an early goal in this game and make a statement, really, and that is a superb way to do it by Liam Trotter. So he's so awesome. I just wish he'd grow some more ratings, because I really love Liam Trotter. But anyway, it's 1-0 here, and in injury time in the first half, a great chance for Inter Milan to level it, but then number 7 heads the ball wide of the post. So good chance for the Italian side there, but the chance wasn't taken. And from the goal kick, as per usual, we don't just hoof it, we play out from the back. McCarthy gives it to Eden Nilsson, who finds Kelvin. Stops with a fake Rabona, then plays the scoop turn past his man. Plays it back to Eden Nilsson. Eden Nilsson plays it back to Kelvin. Kelvin goes down the right side, takes on Dragovic here, beats him with the turn, plays the ball through to Liam Trotter, the goal scorer. He gets past Oscar, into the box, shoots, great save by Handanovic, and then Michael Ngu came on off the bench for Danny Ings, hits the post. So almost made it 2-0 there, but unfortunately a combination of Handanovic and the woodwork deny us from taking a 2-goal lead. So we go into half-time at the Den, 1-0 up here. And that is a good result as things stand. We knew Inter Milan would attack us in the second half. And in the 62nd minute, it came through Jonathan here. Plays the ball through to Alvarez. He plays the ball across the face of goal. And that save by Alex McCarthy is one of the best saves you will ever see in this series. It was incredible. I felt for sure Inter Milan were going to make it 1-1. But McCarthy, what a bargain he's been for 1.5 million plus McGregor. Extraordinary save by our goalkeeper. And he keeps the score at Millwall 1, Inter Milan 0. And in the 73rd minute, Seb Larsson's onto the ball here, our Swedish midfielder. Goes down the left-hand side, gets past his man with a reverse step over, plays it through to Jack Robinson, our left back. He crosses the ball in, and Michael Ngu's header hits the bar. So for the second time in the game, Michael Ngu hits the woodwork, and sadly it's still Millwall 1, Inter Milan 0. So some great chances for us to get a 2-goal cushion. We weren't taking them. And in the 83rd minute, Inter Milan had a great chance to make us pay. Jonathan crosses the ball to the far post. It's up in the air. The shot comes in, it's blocked, but it's not cleared. And sadly, Inter Milan do grab themselves an equalising goal here at the Den, so it's a crucial away goal for the Italians, and it is a real shame as well, because we were holding on, we were trying to see out this superb 1-0 victory against a very, very good side in Inter Milan, but unfortunately we couldn't do it. The game did finish Millwall 1, Inter Milan 1, so it's not a bad result against a very, very strong side, but they have a very crucial away goal. So if the score ends at 0-0 in the next game at the San Siro, then they'll go through on away goals. So a little bit worrying. You'd have to say Inter Milan are in the driving seat at the moment, so we have got it all to do at the San Siro. But straight after that, we had some emails here. The first one was a scouting update from our Irish scout based in England, and we picked up a player and decided to reject a couple and continue the scouting on the rest. And the following emails, you can probably see one you're already looking at right now, was a youth score monthly report, because we do now enter April here, or is it? Yeah, it's April here. So we take a look at our youth squad, and the players look okay. Some good ones, some average ones, and that's pretty much all there is to it. And the following email saw that George Garner, the youth player who we offered a contract to, has accepted his contract, and of course Danny Ings is going to be out for 9 days, so he may miss the Inter Milan game, but he'll probably have a plaster next to his name, so he'll probably be available for selection, but he might just not be fully fit. We'll wait and see. He's not going to be out for too long, and that's the main thing. But here's George Garner, the youth player. Looks very average, as you'd expect, and we'll try and send him out on loan next year. And of course, as we do into April, here is a squad report, and the league table will be shown in just a moment. But of course, well, you'll know, you've all seen it now, it's the cat's out of the bag. We have been given a job offer at Manchester City, so Manchester City want to take us. They say in the email they've been very impressed at the job we've done here at the Den. They want to take us to the Etihad. And are we going to leave or are we going to stay? It is completely up to you. And the last thing you'll see, by the way, is Nyland coming back from his loan at Middlesbrough. But yeah, it is up to you guys now. I'm going to leave it completely up to you guys. I did say at the start of this career mode, if we ever got a job offer, I would let you guys choose for me. I wouldn't do it. You know, I wouldn't just say, well, we're going to stay or well, we're going to leave. I would leave it up to you guys. So, as you can see, the job offer by Manchester City in just a moment. As you'll see here in the news article, we have been approached by the side from Manchester. It is up to you guys. So how do you vote? How do you choose whether we stay or go? There is going to be a link in the description of this video, so open the description and you'll see a link to a straw poll website, and you just click on that link and it's as simple as possible. All you've got to do is pick either Millwall or Manchester City, whichever team you would rather me see manage in this career mode for the foreseeable future. Whether you want me to stay at Millwall or whether you want me to go to Manchester City, you just choose one of those options. So it's as simple as that. Don't worry about the comments, they mean nothing. All you've got to do is open the description and click on the link to the straw poll website, and you can choose either go to Manchester City or stay at Millwall. The poll will be up for 24 hours, and after that I will screenshot the poll, the final results, and whatever team has the most votes is the team we will decide. So if Manchester City have, let's say, 1,000 votes and Millwall only have 500, then I'll go to City. If it's reversed and Millwall have 1,000 votes and City only have 500, then I will stay at Millwall. So it's completely up to you guys. I'm not going to be voting either way. It is completely up to you to decide whether we leave or whether we stay. So don't hate on me. I've made this as fair as possible. I put you guys in complete control. You can decide whether we stay at Millwall or go to Manchester City. So if you want to comment and leave a reason as to why you voted for Man City or why you voted for Millwall, please do so. I'd love to hear your opinions, but it's completely up to you guys. And of course the next video will be up tomorrow morning, and the poll will be up for 24 hours. So as always guys, big thank you for watching the video. Please leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Don't forget to vote in the description and click on the link. Choose either Manchester City or Millwall for the team you'd rather see me manage, and I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode tomorrow morning.